Hi, Cece. It's 4:33 here. I'm an hour off from you. An hour difference. Thank you. Philly. I'm from Philly. Hi, Sally. How are you guys today so far? This is my first time coming out today. I really didn't do much today. Kind of just hung in outside. It's such a nice day here. Very fall-like weather. Ain't that the truth, water boy? Preach it. Preach it, water boy. Yeah, you know what? I don't have like a set time. I don't have a set time. It's like whenever I feel like it, I guess, kind of. I was outside a lot today. Yeah, I don't have set things that I do every day. It's kind of like, I mean, a few things, obviously, because, I have kids and pets, so like I have to do those types of things, but otherwise I kind of just wing it. Hi, Marie. Kind of just wing it. I didn't work out today. I've been noticing like this little trend of like working out every other day. It's probably because that's one of my manifestations. I always say like I really don't want to work out. I want to only do it when I want to, right? And today it just kind of like passed me by, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna skip today. I'm gonna try to do the every other day thing. This refresher is so good right now. I don't usually stay here to do a live, but I kind of liked the vibe right now, so figured let me do a quick little live with you guys, see how everybody's doing on this Saturday. See what everybody's up to. See what you all are up to. Happy birthday, Ashley. Happy birthday to you. I'm back so soon, Ashley. I know. I skipped a few days and now I'm trying to stay on a somewhat of a routine. If I miss, I miss. It's not on purpose. It's just because, like I was saying, I don't really like I always say, like I wing it. I'm just like, all right, what do I feel like doing now? Do I feel like doing this or that, right? I never want to be too stuck on something to where like I feel like I have to do it, right? I kind of like just want to be able to go with the flow as much as possible, but have somewhat of a routine, right? Without it ever feeling like you have to do it, if that kind of makes sense. Because then it ain't fun no more. It ain't fun no more when you have to do it, guys. That's like always what I like. That's what it always comes down to. When you feel like you have to do something, you don't want to do it anymore. You don't want to do it. Like when you have to do it, it has to be fun. Mm. It's one of those things, Star Leo. It's one of those things, with all the manifestations out there, of course, we can be doing have anything, we're unlimited. But it's based on like the resistance you have around certain things and how much you desire it as well. How much do you really want that? And another thing is like, okay, I could say that I changed my age. How would you really even know for sure, right? If you change your age. It's like one of those things. I could tell you guys anything and you'd believe it. Like I brought somebody back from the dead, that my friend, they were dead and now they're alive. Like, do you know what I mean? It's one of those things like would you even know that you changed it, right? I'm not, Ashley. I'm not. I'm at my Dunkin' Donuts slash McDonald's area. I always say I'm young. I always say like I'm in my like I feel younger than my actual age. So I always say that. That's how I talk. Like I'll be like, "Oh, I'm like the same age as my kids. My kids are catching up or I'm catching up to my kids and like stuff like that. Like I'm aging backwards." No, don't say that. Say you feel young, Cece, even if you don't. Even if you don't feel it, just say it. I have no idea who that is, whether if you say so. Hi, Katrina. There's an NSYNC concert coming up. I'm telling my age. NSYNC, they'd still do concerts, Ashley? Hey, Bobby. How are you, Bobby? You made the cutoff. I was just talking to it's so funny. I never liked, not that I didn't like them. I was never into those bands and stuff like the NSYNC and was it like 98 Degrees or whatever, and like Backstreet Boys and all of that. That wasn't like my favorite music. That wasn't my favorite kind of music. Everybody used to love it, and it was never like I never vibed with it or something. Yay, Kiera! I love that, Kiera. I'm good. I'm doing good, Bobby. I'm glad you're good too. Right? Yeah, it's like you just keep practicing it and you get to the point where it just things don't affect you. It's almost like I always say it's kind of like if it's something you don't want to hear, it's in a different language. Like if someone's sending you something you don't want to hear, you just have to pretend it's in a different language. Literally, it's like, oh, okay. It's like you got to live your life as if everything always works out for me. Everything always works out for me. Everything always works out for me. And it's kind of like when something or someone says something, you just pretend it isn't for you. Like, oh, that message wasn't even for me. That must have got sent to me by an accident. Like, you literally got to have that type of mentality, right? Now, like, people call it delusional, but you can't even or like, again, being the observer, but you can't get to that point till you practice this a little bit, right? Till you understand these concepts, how you understand that, your thoughts and feelings and emotions create your reality, right? Hi, Kim. Bobby, it is. It's so rewarding and it's so freeing. It's like, that's, I don't live that anymore, right? Not saying there's anything wrong with people that still do, or if that's, those things are still existing, that I just don't vibe with that anymore. I don't match that anymore. And you don't match it anymore when you're done reacting to it, right? After those few times that you may have. And it's just like, oh, it's such a weight off your shoulders. It is, Michael. I never knew how to, like, when people would say be delusional, that was in, when I was in, in the mud. I was in, the quicksand where I could, like, okay, it's easy for you to be delusional, but you don't, I wasn't saying out loud, but to myself, even to Abraham, I was like, yeah, but I got all this going on. Like, it's all hitting me like a ton of bricks. How am I supposed to be delusional? But you do get to that point where you're so non-reactive, you've practiced it long enough, calmness and relaxing, that, like, it's almost like if someone sends you something, you're like, oh, that can't be for me. And you're able to literally ignore it. It's just so funny, like, how you can finally get to that point. And then you just don't really see those things anymore in your reality, right? After you stop reacting a few times to some of those dominant stories in your life, they literally, they have to go away. They have to. They have no other choice. It's like it does become a little bit of a game when you start to get to that point. It's almost like, Dina, nothing needs our reaction. Nothing needs a reaction. Just always be in that neutral energy and everything will always work out. I'm telling you. Like, always be just cool, calm, and collected about things. And just laugh. Like, you can still laugh and have fun, but you don't have to be so we don't have to be so serious about it, right? It just starts to become humorous in ways. I'm laughing at today. Someone posted a, oh, I posted my vlog earlier today. I'm telling you, these vlogs crack me up. I started making vlogs, and I can get a whole 10 minutes in my morning. I gotta really edit that because, like, I gotta really take my time and try to, like, break it up to try to get a day in, but I can't always get a full day in. Not that my life is that exciting. I don't have that much going on, but I still managed to get my whole morning in 10 minutes, in the 10-minute span. Someone commented on my vlog today, and she said, or something like, more selling stuff. I guess because I was talking about the products that I use. I ain't selling any of them. They're just my products, my elf stuff, and all the stuff my daughter gave me. She gave me, like, that Rihanna lipstick I was talking about on there. And then I wanted to comment back so bad because it was actually funny, because I was talking about a lotion that I had that was, like, literally, I think it's probably 10, 15 years old. Or I showed you guys, I said, is this safe? I wanted to post back to her, but I wasn't going to do that. In my mind, I thought that would be really funny and say, yeah, do you want my I'm selling my 15-year-old lotion. Like, it doesn't even have a smell to it. I'm selling that, right? Like, people, they perceive things, they automatically assume things, right? But I thought that was really funny. Obviously, I just blocked it. I blocked them because they have no idea. Like, I'm not even selling anything on my vlogs. It's just me doing vlogs. I know, Bobby, but, like, it's almost like I always take that moment, but I laugh about it though. Like, when someone says something to me, and I just know they don't know. They think I'm selling something because most people are, right? But, like, in my mind, I'm like, I could make this so funny right now. It's not me reacting. It's just funny. Like, I could make such a funny video out of what she just said, right? But I don't want it to come off as if I'm reactive. But you know the difference because you know how it's like you just don't care. Like, it just doesn't bother you anymore. Hi, Vols. Hi, Pixie. I need to relax and unwind, get back from a business trip. Yes, Eli. I always say this, like when you're working or say you're in a place where you're now knowing this information, you now know you're unlimited, right? You know you're moving towards best and better. And the only thing you need to do is relax. But some of us are so busy in our lives. But when I was working, I always made sure I was finding time to relax. Like in the mornings before I started my day, before I went to work, I got up early so I could meditate and take my time to get ready. And then when I came home from work, I mean, obviously I had like mom stuff to do, but I always made sure I like had time to like get in the bath or the shower or do things to like really relax your body. And I would take a whole Sunday to relax as well. Oh, that's so funny, Bobby. Do you ever write things you appreciate in others? You know what, Cece? I don't do that. I don't write anything down. Cece, I do no writing at all. I don't even make lists for like life, like to go food shopping or anything. Um, I don't because it's more so in the moment type thing for me, Cece. I do really live in the moment, and if something or someone pops up in my mind and anything upsets me, I know it's not about them. I know it's about me. So it's like this got so much easier and simpler for me as time goes by that I just live in the moment, right? And it's if I'm experiencing something in that moment, and if something was triggering me, I would know to get calm and not take it personally. And it's all about me feeling good no matter what, if that makes sense, Cece. So I don't really try to change anyone or change a story or create a story or any of that. I don't do any of that. I make it about myself and myself only. Because to me, that's making it more complicated that I got to change a story between me and somebody and create that story and persist in that story. I know there's a lot of people that explain manifesting that way, and I don't do it that way because I don't need to do that. I don't need to change anyone or change a story with anyone. I'm happy just with myself and being happy in this moment and making myself happy, my own source of happiness in each moment. I make it more about that. To me, it's so much easier to do it that way. And you see the best in others the more you do that anyway, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Like if I'm sitting there at night and I'm thinking, my brother pops in my head, and I think about, oh, I'm so proud of him. I just did this the other night. I was laying in bed and I was thinking about my youngest brother, and I'm like, I'm so proud of him. I actually started getting emotional because he's young and he's. I said we've all been through a lot, me and my brothers, but he was the youngest, so I always felt like he had it, the worst. But yet he came out of it and he did so well on his own, and he did it on his own, and I was just getting so emotional, like, so yeah, I do, but it's in the moment. It's not anything written down or anything. Oh, I know, me neither, Bobby. Me neither. See, that's why I think like I am like right to the point type person. I want things as easy as possible, and I don't want to have to do anything. I am the perfect example of a lazy manifester because I don't want to have to do anything. Like to me, I want to get out of all doing energy. I only want to do what I want to do. Like I want it to go out right now and grab a refresher. That's what I want it to do. I want it to sit out in the sun. I don't want to cook today, so I'm not going to cook today. Like I only want to do things when I want to do things, right? So to me, yes, like Bobby said, it always felt like homework to me. I didn't like school. It always, guys, like you don't need them. They're all just techniques, and in that moment, if it helps you, use it to you can do whatever you want. There's no wrong or right. Oh, thanks, Bobby. I mean, it's not I mean, this like I say with my brother, like it's just I'm so just proud of him. Like I always used to say, like I never felt bad for myself because I was older. I had kids like with my parents, and my mom passed away, my dad passed away. Like I never felt sorry for myself. I really didn't. I'm truly being honest. I never wanted sympathy and never none of that. But I always say like, but my brother was so much younger. He was 10 years younger. So like how would I feel bad for myself? He's 10 years younger than me. Like, he's the one that, needs the support right now, right? But what I'm saying now, gosh, it's been, oh God, he's 30. It's been, how old's my daughter? Like 15 years. I mean, it's been a long time since my mom has passed, but my parents have passed, but he literally just like figured it out. He literally figured it out. Enough about me. Yeah, like, I mean, all her stuff's great, and it's helped a lot of people, but I just never resonated. I just listened, literally, I listened to Abraham for her messages, for her, you're unlimited, you can be doing have anything, everything's done. Like, that's what I don't listen to all Abraham's videos. Oh, I would search. So I was big on, with my life experience going through life, if I had a question, I would look it up. Like, say it was revolving around my kids. Like, oh, my child's going through this. I would look it up, and I would listen to that video on Abraham and get what I needed out of that, which you would be talking to someone else. So that's what I used it in the moment of what I was going through. That's how Abraham really helped me a lot. But no, I never did. I'm not a technique person. I'm not like a listen, even when it comes to meditation, I don't even really like call it meditation anymore. It's just a part of who I am because I'm just a calm person. I'm able to connect, right, in the moment. What if I don't react to negative circumstances, but I'm not happy where I am now? Well, that's still, Kimmy, that's still, you got to learn how to fill that on your own. You got to learn how to be your own source of happiness. You're still somewhat reactive. That's still somewhat reactive behavior. If you're still like, you're still in like those, I don't like say lower energies. It sounds like you still got to do the practices. You got to practice feeling good on your own. You got to be your own source of happiness. You got to. You actually still got to practice it. You're still reactive, honestly. You got to relax into relaxing. You got to really be okay with where you're at in this moment, and practice more of those practices of where you're doing things that feel good on for you being your own source of happiness, not needing things outside of you to feel good, you being your own, just little things. Like it's so easy to do things that you like, right? Like I said, like I used to just paint my nails, go buy a nail polish, buy a drink that I like, scroll through TikTok. You got to understand that there is a time lag in things coming into your experience, but if you're saying you're still not happy, you're not going to get what you want. So just know you're exactly where you're supposed to be, but you just got to continue practicing this. That's all. It takes practice. It really does. But like I said, don't pressure yourself. Like, I got to feel good. That's not what I preach. You're just doing things to feel good in that moment. It can be anything. You can just close your eyes. You can like I said, you can you can scroll through TikTok. Just make sure it's positive stuff. I always say make sure it's not like anything that's, don't be researching too much. Don't be looking too much outside of you to fill something. Listen to Abraham, that kind of stuff. I use the relaxing practices before and during meditation, so it's becoming seamless. I love that. Yes, yes, yes. Before you meditate, relaxing your body, right? It makes a big difference because you want to get into your body as much as you can and get out of your head space as much as you can. So yeah. So even with you, Kimmy, you're too much in probably in your head space as well. Keep doing the relaxing practices, getting into your body, relaxing your body. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Remind yourself that. And just like I said, in each moment, say, what can I do to feel good? What can I do right now that I like to do? Not to feel good. What can I do? What do I like to do right now? I know what you're saying. I've been there before, but you got to start doing little things for yourself in each moment. Hi, Nick. I'm not Italian, no, but I get that all the time because I talk with my hands. Do you know what's so funny? I love a Southern accent. Like the people that I follow, I love Southern. I love Southern. I love the way a lot of them live. Like they're just like the country people, and They always just seem so happy. That's a lot of stuff that I follow. It's a lot of people that they're cooking, like it's cooking stuff, and they're just like they show a little bit of their life as well. And they're just like showing their recipes, but they got that heavy southern accent and making the home cooked meals, and they're cutting the stuff from like they got their fresh fruit and their fresh vegetables and like so like I know I'm saying you're saying am I Italian, but it got me really thinking of how much that's what I resonate with. I resonate with like that country lifestyle, that southern accent. Love a southern accent. But yet here I am talking with, but I'm not Italian. Oh, me too, Bobby. See, I like all that kind of like I like that like I don't know, what do they call it? Like comfort food. Yeah, see, I fry everything too. I'm all about the oils and the, breading. I mean, I do it. It's a weak version. It's not like the southern the way they do it, but I'm getting better because I do watch them. Like I watch them cook and I see how like good they make their chicken and stuff like that. But like I just love like creamy foods and stuff like that. Now, I don't know if I would want to form and like have to take all that responsibility like that, but would I like to be like in that by myself, living in the middle of nowhere, like with like a lake? I don't want alligators though. Like some of the people that I follow, there's like alligators in the water, and they're just like they're like fishing, standing in the water, like fishing and stuff, and I'm like, oh my God, they're not even afraid of these alligators. I used to get that, Amy. I would get New York. I would get Chicago. I would get Delran. Is that what it's called? Is it Delran? No, Delco. I would get Delco. Yeah, maybe she would. The one person I follow, I think she probably is Florida. I don't know exactly where she's from, but there was alligators and stuff. But it's just cool to watch. How do you go about manifesting money? I don't manifest money. I don't manifest money, Ella. I make you make it more about so knowing that money can come in all kinds of ways. So you want to open right away. You want to open up your mind to realizing how unlimited you can be when it comes to money. So first, you want to just make it more about you, not even the money. Make it more about what you like to do and asking like those types of questions. Not how can I make more money? Not really that. That's a part of it. That will be a part of it. But make it more what do I like to do? What would be fun to do that would bring in money? Right? So that's what I like. I always say open up your mind to the ways money can come into your reality and always make it first about what do I like to do, what would be fun to do, because you don't ever want to make it to where money can be conditional. It can get conditional again. So like if even as you break through your limiting beliefs, like if you have any limitations around money, you do the practices. You're practicing non-reaction, right? You know you're getting calm whenever a limiting belief comes up around money. You know you're getting calm, you're relaxing to release that limiting belief. So that's number one. We know that. But also making it more about knowing that when you do start to make money, even when you start to like do things that you love and money starts to come in, you don't want to make it about like constantly looking for the money because then you're going to make it conditional again. You really that because that's also going to be a limiting belief again. So you want to just keep your mind open to the ways money can come into your life. Make it more about that flow and going with the flow and getting in that solution mood energy, allowing, receiving mood. Make it more about that because money will come to you in ways that you couldn't even think of because we're still so limited. And you'll keep growing and expanding with it. But first you want to do the practices of getting into that flow more so, right? I know. I don't, when people say how to manifest money, I try to take money out of it completely. Money will be the byproduct, but like I said, it can come in all kinds of ways. Does it, Cece? I don't even know. I don't know my accent. Like, I mean, because obviously when you don't feel like you yourself has an accent, right? Until you listen to other people and you like their accents. Hi, Bill. Like I love, like I said, I like the Southern. They always seem so happy. Don't they seem happy? Like the southern accents and stuff. Well, Nina, you want to relax. Relax, do the practices. If you keep relaxing, every time you keep worrying about this exam and that you're going to fail it and you're panicking, you just want to do the practices. Relax your body, soften your body. If you need to study for it, this helped me. This changed everything for me, Nina. When I found a way to study, to make it a nice atmosphere. Goes for me when I edit. I don't like to edit my ebooks, but I always make it nice for myself. Like I get myself a little cup of tea. I listen to like Abraham or something on low, or music that I like, and then I do my editing. And I did that when I used to study. I'd have a little snack. I would have like a cup of tea there, and I would have index cards to help me study. So sometimes it's just you need a nicer, a better way to study, you need a nice atmosphere. But in the meantime, as you're feeling that anxiety when you're worried about this exam, just relax your body. Do practice non-reaction, practice calmness. Just relax your body. That's all you need to do. You'll move towards best case scenario just by doing that. But when you start to feel unsettled around that topic, just relax your body and get calm. Breathe out and just, be consistent with that practice. Why is it that our manifestations don't give us the happiness we think? No, they will give you the happiness, Val, when you're happy first. So it's an internal shift that needs to happen first, Val, right? So you can manifest things by doing techniques, doing stuff still, but most of the time, I'm going to say almost all the time, you're not going to be happy bringing them in that way, because you still haven't done the internal shift that needs to happen, which is happiness first. You need to get to a place where you feel good first on your own, where you're solid, secure, stable on your own. Then you are happy when your manifestations come in. And because it's an experience. That's all it is, right? These things that are coming into our lives, now that we know we're unlimited, now that we know, I don't even like to say now that we know we create our own realities, because it's already been created. Creation is finished. We understand these are just experiences, but you can't really fully enjoy these experiences if you don't feel good first. So that's the practice. The practice is getting yourself to a place where you feel good first. So then what happens is manifestations come in and you grow and expand with those manifestations. You also know this practice. You're very good at this practice. You get good at non-reaction, which means you know how to center yourself in each moment. You don't lose yourself to these manifestations. If that makes sense. That's why we're consistent with non-reaction. That's why when people tell me, like, I know where people are at when they're still asking me so many questions. You haven't made the shift yet, plain and simple. You just haven't made the shift yet, and that's okay. It takes practice to make the shift. It took me a long time to fully make that shift, to get into that receiving, allowing, flow state, solution mode, like, all the time, because you can still be in solution mode and still be asking. It just, you don't stay in asking anymore, in the reacting side of it, where you're like, why, how, am I missing something? You get out of that. You get out of that because you are so at peace with where you're at. Exactly, Bobby. That's why Abraham is one of the best teachers out there to me. She, first of all, I feel like she just nails every topic, but she truly, that is her message. Enjoying the journey. That's her message, because otherwise, if you're not, you want to get yourself to a place where you're enjoying the journey to your manifestations. And that's why a lot of us, we think we're trying to get the manifestation to feel better, but you want to feel better first, and then you start to enjoy the journey of the manifestation. You start to watch it unfold. You believe it as well. So all of that is the byproduct of starting to feel better. You start to believe in your manifestations, right? So you're only doing that practice, non-reaction. And like I said, in each moment, what can I do to feel good in this moment? Practicing non-reaction, practice becoming unbothered, secure, stable. They all mean the same thing. And filling up your own cup, doing things in each moment that feel good to you. I can't tell you guys, a car just drove by, and real big, guys, it said happy on it. I wish I could show you. I always miss these things. See, it says happy. I love that. I usually miss the opportunity to share stuff like that. Like the other day, I seen a car that said like 3333, and I was like, I couldn't flip it fast enough for you guys. Anyway, yeah. So you wanna? I forget what I was saying. I forgot. I totally forgot. Say I lost track. But yeah, that's the practice. The practice is feeling good first, and then you start to really enjoy the journey of it, right? You start to enjoy the journey. Oh, that's what I was saying. I cannot express this enough to you guys. This is like, I want you guys to really hear me right now. You need to relax as much as you can. You need to do things that relax you as much as you can. You got to get in those baths. If you got to get in it 15 times a day, that's the feeling of appreciation. Now that I know what appreciation feels like, when you're sitting in the sunshine or you're on the beach and your feet are in the water and you got that sun beating down on you and you're just like, this is what life's all about. Like, this is why I'm alive. Like, those moments, that's appreciation. So like when you're in the bathtub and you're in the shower and you feel that warm water on you, or you're getting a pedicure and that's the moments that you want to take in. That's why relaxing is so powerful. It's so easy though. That's the thing. Like, nobody's going to believe that you only have to relax as much as you can to move towards everything that you want. No one's going to really, because we're so programmed to do. They still want to figure it out. They still want to ask these coaches that are still coaching. Like, even coaches, like, they're still making it more difficult, right? Coaching, this is what you got to do. No, you don't got to do anything. You got to do less. You got to relax more. To say the only thing you need to do is relax to move towards everything that you want, that's way too simple for our minds to grasp that. And most people it's a very small amount of people that can really click for people. That's why, like, my message, that's all it is. You're just literally relaxing. You're non-reaction. That's all you're doing to manifest everything that you want is practice non-reaction. So I can't even explain to you guys how important it is to find time to relax. I don't care how busy your life is. Find time to sit on the couch with a blanket and a cup of tea or coffee or a drink you like and scroll through TikTok, not looking for information, not looking for not how to change the subconscious mind. You don't need to know any of that. Not looking for any more information, but looking at funny, silly, light, positive TikToks and just scroll through them and just all like light, funny, nothing stuff, and do it for as long as you can till you get bored. That is what's releasing, believe it or not, limiting beliefs. It's teaching your body to relax. Or if you like to read, find a light novel, book, funny, something that's not heavy and doesn't like trigger you at all. Find something like that to read. Get a blanket, like I said, and just relax and do stuff like that. Anything you can do to relax your body, guys, that's what you're doing. You're really learning how to relax your body. I know, Bobby. I love funny. I want to laugh. Every day I say, I just want to laugh today. I want funny today. I want laughter today. I want fun today. Like, that's my request every day. Like, bring me something funny. Bring me some fun stuff. Oh, thanks, April. April, I love when people say like my wisdom, and I think it's so funny because like at the same time I'm like telling you guys to like relax and do nothing, but so much wisdom comes from that as well. From doing nothing, from relaxing, from just like, literally sitting. You sit in a bathtub and you're so relaxed and you're just like, I don't know, you're just so at peace and you're just like, you ever float around on a float and it's just so relaxing and the sun's beating down on you and you're just like, I'm sorry, but like this is why we're alive, like for these moments. Exactly, April, exactly. Oh, I know, Ashley, right? It's so gross. Like honestly, I never used to like them for that reason, Ashley, like bats, because it was like, ew, like you're in your own, you're in your own whatever. But I used to like drain the water a lot too. I used to be so like that. I used to be so so like grossed out. I'm so not like that now. User, that's my practices include that. My practice, non-reaction is working on your self-concept. Focusing on filling up your own cup is working on your self-concept. It's the same thing. It's just that's just another way of people just teach it differently. You you don't need to like that's still doing energy to me, honestly. I'm just going to be honest. That's just my honest opinion. When you're working on your self-concept, you're still doing something. You don't this is like my way is different. My way is more of like it's just you're more so relaxing your body. You're in this moment. What can I do right now? What would I like to do right now? Oh, I want to listen to music right now. Like it's not what's being taught out there. It's definitely different. Definitely, we're not working. We're not doing exactly, Sally. Hi, Catalyst. Exactly, April. Exactly, Bobby. Yeah, because that's the thing. We're not. I and I love that you said that, Bobby. I love that you said that. You're not working on yourself. You're not working on yourself like that. You don't need to change who you are, right? That's like saying you're not perfect the way you are, like Bobby's saying right now. You're worthy. You're worthy of everything. You're deprogramming. That's still reprogramming when you're working on your self concept. So yeah, that you don't got to do that, guys. You're deprogrammed. You're already worthy. When you do these practices, when you're practicing non-reaction and you're watching your life transform in front of you, you're going to feel worthy. You're going to understand how this truly works as well. It's not about reprogramming to your self concept. It's not about telling yourself I'm amazing a million times. It's about deprogramming, right? Like they say, peeling back the onion kind of. User, you're not setting boundary. You don't have to set boundaries. That's the thing. The more you do these practices, user, you you're not affected by it. You just stay calm and quiet. That's it. Like I said, user, that same okay, so let's say somebody's being mean to you, user. I'm just going to give an example at work. I'm just going to use your boss is being mean to you. And you just stay calm and quiet. And at first, it might upset you. You might cry or you might get mad and go home and talk about it, right? But you're still doing the practice. You're still relaxing. You're still breathing. You're still getting calm. Eventually, your boss, it's going to fade. It's going to get lighter and lighter to where it doesn't affect you anymore. And it happens less and less. And that one time, your boss will get mean. He'll yell at you. But you're going to be like, wow, it was almost like he must be talking to someone else because it didn't affect you at all. It was almost like in a different language. And then you just never experience it again. It doesn't happen anymore. That's why there's no need to set boundaries. You don't have to set boundaries. When you understand how this truly works, you're not setting boundaries. You're only relaxing and staying calm in those situations, and the story can't exist anymore. It's your attention and focus that keeps the story alive. So the more you practice non-reaction and you get calm, when things pop up that don't feel good to you, they disappear from your life. They literally disappear. Like I said, start pretending it's in a different language. When you're hearing someone say something to you that you don't like, pretend it's Charlie Brown. Literally, just put it in your mind as being Charlie Brown talk, because eventually that's where what happens. You get to that place where you're like, oh wow, it didn't even affect me at all, right? Does that make sense? Let me tell you, Kennedy, let me tell you, girl. When I started doing that practice, relaxing my jaw, I didn't do that to most recently, guys. The relaxing your face, drop your shoulders, and like breathe out, especially your face. For me, I love the face one. It's all I do. That one's I do the most because it's so close to your thoughts and when you're in your mind too much, and you don't realize I barely do it. I trained myself not to carry tension in here to the point where it's very rare that it happens. But Kennedy, I see major shifts in my in myself by doing that, and in my reality as well, right? Because you see it's a mirror effect. Hi, Bobby. Hey, Tail. Yeah, Sally, think about it like that, guys. If there's somebody saying something you don't like to hear, just pretend it's Charlie Brown. I'm trying to think how Charlie Brown did it, but you just actually that's how you got to look at it, right? If you're not resonating with something in that moment, say you're in a group setting and you're not resonating with vibing with what someone's saying, just pretend it's Charlie Brown, and you'll laugh in your mind. You'll literally laugh. Hey, Christine. Oh, was it Raz Franco? Happy birthday! A lot of birthdays going on around here. I'm trying to think of the date. What is today's date? This doesn't feel like a. I don't think I have many birthdays in this month. Kennedy, yes, me too. Me too. I'm telling you, the more I say, I've been finding so many TikToks that I love now, and so many people they're so positive and they're so lighthearted, and I've just been scrolling like crazy watching all of their TikToks. They're big TikTokers, right? And now I'm like consumed by all their TikToks and stuff like that, and that's been really like good for me. It's been like a good distraction, like a positive distraction, because it is you are distracting yourself too. You are doing those practices as well. It's helping you also practice calmness, right? The lighting is a little not so great right now. I'm gonna try and move this a little. This I don't think this one's gonna be good. It's great right now, but there was tons of ice in it. I know, Sarah. I do. You know, it's funny. I don't always do them in my car, especially like on the weekends. But I gotta. It's gotta. It really is a vibe thing for me. I'm like, you know what? I'm feeling it today though. Like I feel like I want to sit here and do a live right now. I haven't done one in this spot for a while. I usually go across the street. There's a place I like across the street. That's where my McDonald's is with my ice cream. So it's always going to be the same thing, Brittany. Even with weight loss, you just know that you set that intention, right? I want to move towards a body that I love, right? Let's just say that's your intention. You just got to know you're moving towards that now, Brittany, on your own path of least resistance. Anytime anytime anything like pops up where you don't feel good around your body or food, you do the practices of you just remaining calm and relaxing. So you do the practice of non-reaction. But just know setting that intention is enough. You set that intention. I want to love my body. I want to feel good in my body, and just know you're moving towards that now. Right? And anytime something pops up where you're like not feeling so great around your body, you know to do the practices that I talk about. You just relax, you just get calm. Drop your shoulders, get out of your head space into your body to release those limiting beliefs around that topic. I have that song. What song is that? I don't now I got to look it up, Cece. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I know what you mean. Wait, in moments. If you're too much in your mind. Oh wait, where you used to be. Wait, but that's a good thing. You're saying you're not anymore, right, Christine? Are you saying you're not as socially awkward? You're more comfortable? I love that, Christine. Me too. Me too. Like I always was able to really fake it. I was able to fake it till I make it around people, but I was always in my head too much, right? And like I know what you mean. And now I'm just so relaxed. Like go with the flow, right? In the moment. Oh, Christine, I'm so happy. I love that. Yeah, right. So you're just like whatevs, right? Whatevs. Hi, Linda. You hid out of fear? Hey, you know what? You went to the pep rally, Ashley. That's saying a lot. I never went to any school reunion, ever. Never went back to a school reunion. So at least you went. Hi, oh, I said hi to you, right, Linda? I did, yeah. Well, Brittany, guess what? You can never be too relaxed. Oh, without a doubt, Bobby. I was definitely a fake it till you make it. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely. That's why, Stephanie posted in our private Facebook group today. She posted about toxic positivity, which I think is so funny because that used to trigger me, that word. I used to I was obsessed with like researching it and stuff. How do you put toxic and positivity together? Like it always triggered me. Like that's toxic positivity. Because you know what's so funny? I was always I had a lot of stuff going on in my life, but nobody knew it. I was always quiet. You never would have known what was really happening in my life, right? Like you never know what's happening in people's lives. How do you know if someone's being toxic when they're positive or if they're just positive? Like who gets to say that? As I said, it's just a lack of understanding. That's all that is. I was trying to like explain because that used to. Now I laugh at it. I laugh because it's like, how do you put those two together at all, right? Um, but it's because it's just a lack of understanding. Yeah, but my thing is, you don't know if somebody's toxic positive or not. No one knows someone's real life. Nobody knows anybody's real life and what they're really going through. It's another assumption. Oh, what was it, Marie? Yeah, but it's outdated. Toxic positivity is an outdated. It's outdated. I lost my package and now I'm upset, but just keep staying calm, Marie. Use this to your advantage. Use this to your advantage to really practice calmness, right? I didn't. It's all going to work out in the best case scenario, best way scenario. Just relax your body. I know like you can say you're not going to believe it, right? Oh, I didn't lose it, right? That's why I say there's more resistance in that. But that's why you're just relaxing. Just get calm, just relax your body, soften your body. It always works out whenever you're feeling that unset. See, it's okay, Marie, to be a little unsettled around the topics that you're feeling anxiety around. Just continue to relax your body, but not speak about it too much, right? Don't be like, oh my God, I lost it, and be like talking to your family and stuff like that. Try to keep that to a minimal and just do the practice of relaxing, even if it pops in your mind. It'll work out. It will. It will literally work out in your favor. Oh, I love that, Linda. Right, Bobby? It works every time. It works every time. You start to really see it. But it gets better though. It's like right now it's working, but it keeps getting better and better and better. Like it does. Oh God, this girl's hair is so long. It's like down to her feet. It looks nice though. I like it, but it's long. Should I be a little nervous about tomorrow? Is my Oh no! Happy birthday, Linda. Not at all. No, Linda, not at all. No, be excited. It's good. It's your birthday. But if you're feeling anxious or anything, just relax. Just get calm. Relax your body, right? Same practice all the time. Any? Anything too long is just too. Right? Right, Christine? The meaning of toxic is that you hide your feelings from yourself. Again, I still feel like it's outdated, right? Like all of it. I don't even like that word. I don't use that word anymore. Toxic? I don't even use it. I don't even know if I ever used it, to be honest. I'm saying I don't use it anymore. I don't think I ever used it. I don't think I've ever said that word. I've never said toxic. I've never said the word narcissist. I've never even heard those words until people talk about them all the time on here. I've never used them in my life. Oh, I love that, Linda. Yes. Oh wait, Ashley, you caught me. You caught me. I guess I did use it for Britney Spears. Yes, right, Bobby. I know why I never liked labels. I never liked them ever. Like even when they started, even us before I knew this, guys, I never resonated with people labeling everything. Like every kid had some like had a label on them, right? It's like if they didn't match the mold, there was something wrong with them automatically. But we like basically we can't all be different. We all got to be the same. If we're all not the same, there's something wrong with you. I felt, and my poor kids, they were always so quiet and they were like me. And I used to I almost bought into is there something like wrong with us because we're quiet? No, there's nothing wrong with us. Like everybody's different. Right, everyone was supposed to be normal. What's normal? I know. There's a song by my daughter likes this girl what's her name? She sings a song. It says all the best people are crazy. And I'm like, I love this song because it's like it literally it speaks to me. Man, you're annoying. Block that man. I want to get the 5 hour line, but I don't make it. Yeah, right. Linda, are you sure you don't have it? The 5 hour one? I went to the store today and got my sugar cookies. I know. I have my sugar cookies too. The little small ones. I want to get that butter cake though. I gotta go. I'm gotta be on a mission. All throughout middle and high school, I was called. Oh yeah, they'll create. It definitely. I didn't I didn't speak, so of course people were always making stories up. Well, whatever. It never affected me. I did not. It never bothered me. People like that, because I knew who I was, right? I knew I was nice. Like I definitely did not let that affect me. Did you hear me talk about butter cake yesterday, Bobby? I was talking about butter cake. Were you on here yesterday? Like that. Someone looked it up. Gooey buttery cake. That I think Christine looked it up. But we were talking about, of course, food. Obviously, we were talking about food, and I was talking about how much I love butter cake. I haven't had it in so long, but I was explaining it, like what it is, right? It's just like I said, it's like a cake, and then inside's like gooey, and then the outer layer is like this crispy, like it's literally heaven. It's so good. Yes, and I was trying to explain it, but Christine looked it up, and I think that's what how I looked it up before. It does. It's like gooey buttery cake. That's exactly what it looks like on Google if you look it up. Let me just tell you. I can taste it when I talk about it. I can eat the whole thing. I've gotten it from ShopRite. I wanted to ask my sister-in-law because she gets it from a bakery and it's really good. I eat the whole thing myself because my kids don't eat it. My kids are not anything like me when it comes to food. Like when it comes to sweets and stuff. I get those sugar cookies. My kids don't touch one sugar cookie. I buy those little mini cupcakes. My kids do not touch them. My daughter made chocolate cupcakes the other day. My kids will eat them. They like the ones that are made, like, not from scratch. They're from the box, but they don't want the bakery stuff. I like the bakery. Linda, so I looked at the name. It's actually the supermarket's brand. So I'm sure like it's probably they're not always there though. So it's probably one of those things like they some supermarkets have them and some don't. I know, it's just so funny. Like they just don't eat that kind of stuff. Like when I would they're just not like that. Like even candy, like Easter candy or Halloween candy, like the baskets, they don't eat that stuff. They eat it for like a day and then it's like I throw it out after a while. I eat it, all the good stuff. But like then once it's nothing good in it, I dump it and I just get rid of it. I like both. I like sweets. Like I go back and forth. Like if after I eat something that's like a meal or like something like salty, then I want a sweet after that. And then after the sweet, I want something salty. Like I'm back and forth all day. I gotta have chips in my house. I gotta have sweets in my house. Like I gotta have something for myself. I just go back and forth. I like the bakery too. Yeah, I like the taste of the bakery though too. I prefer bakery over homemade. I mean, I do like a homemade sugar cookies made homemade, and I like chocolate chip too. But my kids will even eat the Chips Ahoy though too and stuff like that, and I'm not a fan of those. I'm not a fan of those. I don't know why this hair is like in my face. Yeah, Cece, me too. I want to dip. I want to sit down. Like, I want to make myself like some dip and chips and like sit down and like, I don't know. I just love that. I love that. My morning was good, Sam. How was yours? Without, no, I am with you guys there. Sometimes I enjoy cooking though. I enjoy baking and cooking and stuff like that. Like I said, sometimes I'm excited to make certain things. Like when I made those cheesesteaks and that yesterday I made or was it 2 days ago? I made the stir fry. Like I find that fun sometimes, but sometimes I'm like I just don't feel like it. I do not feel like cooking, not in the mood at all. Oh, that's so. Oh, that's fun, Sam. Oh, so cute. Cece, do you do like mac and cheese, or is it like what kind of? I love me some homemade mac and cheese. And I'm getting really good at making it. I get better every time. I like stuff like that too. Oh, that's so much fun you're fostering. I used to foster kittens. I love doing that. I mean, it's a lot of work. I don't think I would do it again. It was a lot of work, but at where I was at in my life, like it was fun. I was home with the kids. The kids were little. Mozzarella with marinaris. Ooh, that sounds good, Cece. I think my kids would like that one. I might try that. My kids love marinara sauce. I just bought it. I just bought it for mozzarella sticks the other day. A whole litter is a lot because you have to be home all the time. Yes, I know. I did kittens and I had to feed them their bottles. They didn't have a mom. I always wanted the ones without the mom. Well, I had to because I had other animals. I thought it would just be easier. So I would feed them. I would like do the bottles. I used to love that. I used to love that. I just loved it. Like I was in mom mode still because my kids were little, you know. But I was like, probably I was done having kids. It's simple, quick, and cheap. Yes, that's what I like, CC. Like stuff that I already have in the house. You know, I don't have to go buy anything. You know, it's so Sam. Like I used to be impulsive, where I'd be like, "Oh, let me go foster kittens," and it was always fun until like they started getting bigger, and then I was like, "Oh, like now, like, you know, you got to find homes for them and stuff like that." And then it started to get hard. I don't do stuff like that anymore, where I'm like, "Oh, I'm just gonna go buy the." It was always like I always felt like I was doing it because like I was bored. I mean, I wouldn't say it was like filling a void, but probably was a little. Now it's the same. It's a little light today. It tastes sweet still, but it's not going to last because they put so much ice in it. Like I can tell when it's going to get watery. Oh yeah, that's more work. The rescue takes care of it. Yeah, so a lot of times I didn't have to do it though. Honestly, for the most part, I didn't. I did what I could, but you could always give them like they would do it if you couldn't find homes for them. For the most part, I couldn't really. They would find. They just wanted them to be out of the done with the bottles. Once you got them to food, like they were good to go. So that's usually what I did. Got them off the bottle. Oh, Linda, yeah, your birthday, right? I know. What did I had breakfast and I had some cookies. No, I ate lunch. I had eggs, but I ate it more towards lunch. And then I had cookies. So I don't know what I'll do tonight to eat. I don't know. I'll find probably something at the house. I do not CC now. Oh, that's good, Linda. Don't try to figure that out either. That's a good thing. No, you never try to figure anything out, especially when you're feeling good and you're like, "Oh, I've been feeling good for a while." Don't even go there. That's what I say. Like, you don't got to figure anything out. You don't got to ever figure anything out. Trust me. I never tried to figure anything out. There's no need to because it's just an old story. That's all it is. There's a limiting belief in that story. If it doesn't feel good, if it's unfavorable, if it's a circumstance, it's just a limiting belief showing itself to you. and you're just staying calm. You don't got to figure that out to release it. And that's putting you in the allowing mode, because you only got to be in receiving, allowing mode, solution mode to move towards everything. That's why you practice non-reaction. Yep. I say, oh, wait, I don't got to figure this out. Cece, I remind myself. I say, oh, wait, I don't got to figure anything out. That's not my job. I laugh. And then I relax. I relax again. I soften my body, settle myself down to shift the momentum, and remind myself, wait, I don't do that anymore. That's not my job. That's not my job. So it's like that little reminder, Cece, right? Oh, now I feel like I missed it. I missed 444 because now it's 544. No, that's okay, Cece. I like the questions because then I can remind you guys, right? I just realized I've noticed some nice growth after my recent bits. Right? Isn't that the best, Christine? Like all the wisdom that's in them, right? Because guys, like on the other side of that dip, because that's just a limitation. That dip is a limitation, and when you're staying calm, you start to see the wisdom that's coming from them. You start to see the other side of that dip. It's more information that's leading you to what you want. It's very powerful. I think at first we don't see it at first, but when you start to see it, when you start to become aware of it, that something came from that, you're like, ooh, that's like you're starting to make that shift, right? To get to the other, where you're more on the other side of it, right? But at first, we're still on the other side because we have just so many limitations at first, and we're just getting good at this. We're getting good at this practice. Yeah, right, Danny. That's me staying calm, not reacting to anything anymore. I like this feeling. Yes, I say that too, Linda. I say that too. Like when I am relaxed and enjoying something, that's when I try to remember. I say, "Oh, I really enjoy this. Like this feels relaxing to me." Like I said, when I'm scrolling through my favorite TikToks and I'm drinking my tea with my warm blanket, I'm like, "This is stuff I enjoy. This feels like appreciation to me." Like when I'm sitting in the sunshine and that warm sun, like I fly outside when it's nice out. I can't wait to sit on my chair and feel that sun on my face. Like I love that. Like that feels like appreciation to me. So they're the moments that I take in and I remind myself, this is what I love. This is what I enjoy. This is appreciation. I think I can finally move this. Today I took a walk to get my. Oh, that's so nice, Linda. Leo, probably. I feel like I always say this, Leo, but I feel like I've been saying 3 years for a long time now. But I think it's been about 3 years. It probably about 3 years, right, Linda? Yes. I love the one thing that always sticks to me that I do say sometimes to you guys as well is that what's meant for you weighs nothing, right? So you got to think about like what's meant for you weighs nothing. What's best for you weighs nothing. You living your best life you will feel light as a feather. So that's why you do these practices. That's why you're relaxing. That's why you're softening your body. That's why you're resting a lot. Because when you're living your bestest life, it's going to be easy. It's going to be effortless. You're not going to be working hard. You're not going to be struggling. You're not going to be worried. Everything's always going to be taken care of. That's why we do these practices. Everything else will just start to come in. Oh, right. I know. I love how I say, yeah, I know, but I didn't even read the question. So can exercising count? Yeah, Cece, if you enjoy it, definitely. Definitely. Like if you like to take a walk, if you enjoy working out, if you enjoy that, sometimes it's relaxing even working out, Cece. And when you're done working out and you're like, oh, it just feels so good just to relax. Like, do you ever get like a hot shower and you get out and you're just like, oh my God, I'm so relaxed right now? Like stuff like that. Do these practices. Do these practices. I'm looking for your name. Nurse Made Easy. The practices I talk about. Relax. Get out of your mind so much. Relax your face. Drop your shoulders. And just keep relaxing your body during this training. It'll start to get easier for you. You won't be you won't be so tense, but you got to practice it. You got to practice relaxing. They are stronger. It feels like overcoming freeze. Right? Right, Bobby, so true. Right? You definitely you start to perceive all those things so much different now. Right, that there you go, Nene. I think I'm gonna get a soda after this from McDonald's, and then I'll probably see if the kids want something from McDonald's. Aw, thanks, Joe. Oh, that's so cool, Cece. I just read that. Hi, Ed. Orange soda. Do you get an orange soda? I thought about an orange soda from McDonald's. I usually get a Coke. That's my favorite. Coke's my favorite. I get a root beer sometimes, not all the time. But I thought about getting an orange soda one day because I do like orange soda. That's okay, Ed. Just stay calm. Ed. You know the drill. You know the drill. Really, Cece? I know. It can't be, Marco. It can't be. You're so right. I get that Coke. I'm like, oh man. Sometimes I'll get if I get a soda and a refresher, believe it or not, I favor the soda. But if I'm at home, I want a refresher though. It's weird, but if I get both, I go for the soda all the time. I go right for the soda. Are you saying it's like spicy or something, Ashley? Or is it just like very carbonated? I know, and it's okay. It's okay. You see, that's the thing. You know what? Do you know I've said that, Ed, to myself? I would say, why am I anxious? Or even if there wasn't a story, I'd be like, I don't have any reason to be. And I would just be like, I would laugh and I would just settle myself down, right? It's like sometimes, Ed and guys, like things just pop up out of nowhere, right? And you laugh it off like, okay, whatever. Like I told you guys, like even crying, right? You'd be crying out of nowhere. And I'd be like, where the heck's this coming from? Like where? I would laugh. I would literally laugh. It's spicy. Yeah, that's the only thing. I'm not gonna lie. I burp from them too. And my daughter gets so mad. Like she does not like when you burp. She's like, "Oh, you got to burp." I'm like, "Well, I'm drinking soda. I'm sorry." Pretty much. McDonald's, yeah. So, it's the fact that I know now nothing has meaning. No food has meaning. Nothing has meaning. I'm placing the meaning. You get to place the meaning. So the more you practice non-reaction, the more you just live in your own little bubble. You start to understand that these meanings we're picking up from other people. I'm creating my own beliefs in my reality, and to me, McDonald's isn't bad. It's just food, right? I like a variety of food. I don't want to eat McDonald's every day, but I also don't want to eat chicken and rice every day, right? So I don't look at McDonald's as this bad thing. It's just food to me. So yeah, I don't nothing when you understand these concepts, the more you do these practices, literally nothing has meaning here at all. We are placing the meaning as we go through life. A lot of meanings have been created over time and they're very dominant in our reality because people focus on it. And more people join the club that McDonald's is bad. And more people. All right, I'm gonna jump off in a second because my daughter's calling me. But yeah, and more people join the club. It's just like the news. It's just like anything in our reality that's very dominant, and not all of it's good. I mean, there's good stuff too, but it's so focused on in our world that people they chime in too and they believe it and they take it on and people don't understand this is your own personal experience. That's why we're becoming aware of this now. We're waking up to this so we can all create better belief systems for ourselves, right? So when you start to realize that, you stop. You just stop. You just say, you know what? I get to choose. I get to choose what's good. I get to choose what doesn't. Not that anything's good or bad. I get to choose what's good for me, and that other stuff I'm just not going to focus on anymore. And that's what keeps, and non-reaction will help you do that. Practicing calmness will help you do that. Focusing on yourself, feeling good on your own, not needing anything outside of you will help you do that. So these practices will help you do that. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off right now. My daughter's calling me. I kind of hung up on her. I feel bad. She's probably looking for food. But hey Tim. But everybody have a good rest of the day. Enjoy your Saturday and the rest of your weekend. I'll try to jump on tomorrow as well. Oh, yeah, so nurse, it's okay to be happy. It's okay to be excited, happy. Nurse, this is how I explain it though. The more you do these practices, it's about not being dependent on things to be happy, right? Like, okay, this is how I explain it real quick, and then I have to jump off. You're ready for a vacation. Of course, a vacation's going to make you happy, right? I love a vacation. But when you go home, it's like, or when the vacation's ending, it's like, oh God, I got to go back to my life again. That's you getting dependent on things to make you feel good. So it's more so about just being able to realign yourself and feel good on your own. You're allowed to experience all your emotions, but you want to practice feeling good no matter what's happening around you. So you can always get realigned. Does that make sense? Okay. Yes. So you don't want to you want to make things unconditional, not conditional. Like, oh, when that person starts being nicer, then I'll feel good. No, I'm going to feel good no matter how anyone's being. It's my job to feel good, not their job to change so I can feel good, right? That's how you want to live your life all the time. I feel good no matter what's happening around me. That's when things really start to change for the best in your life as well. That's when manifestations start to come in the best way possible for you. When you're feeling good on your own and you're your own source of happiness. All right, I'm going to jump off, guys. Everybody have a good rest of the day. Love you guys so much. Bye, guys. I would say check out my vlog, but I already posted it. I got that thing done in like 2 hours. Bye, guys.